Are you going to be receiving a banking instrument very shortly into your bank, like a SAM letter of credit, a documentary of credit, a medium-term note, or something like that? In this video, I'm going to tell you the one thing you need that a lot of people miss. You've got to watch this video. Hi, I'm Taimour Zaman from LionetCredit.ai, soon to become ALTFunds Global. My organization on this YouTube channel decommoditizes banking products and services that banks traditionally offer to the Fortune 30 companies. I show you how to leverage these banking products that have been in existence for a long time so that you can access capital that traditional business owners would find hard to access. So a client of ours called today and said, hey Taimour, I'm going to be receiving a SAM letter of credit in my account. I'm nervous about it. What do I need to do? If you have a standard saving checking account, you can't call. You can't expect to get like say $100 million or $60 million or $5 million SAM letter of credit or any other kind of a banking instrument into a saving checking account. What you must have is something called a global trading account. So whoever your bank is, you need to reach out to them and you need to very quickly establish something called a global trading account. A global trade account that you have can receive a SAM letter of credit, can receive a document of credit, can receive banking instruments like that. Unfortunately, and this is something I really don't understand why, when you walk into your retail bank, I don't know why a lot of tellers simply don't understand wholesale banking or capital markets. And sometimes clients simply think or imagine in their head that they're going to get a SBLC or some banking instrument directly into their saving checking account. And honest to God, I just have no idea how that's done. Now, before you receive the instrument, some checks that I would invite you to consider taking on and doing. You always want to know if the issuer is real. And the way you ask the issuer is real is to have the banker, the bank officer, send an email to the issuer to say, I am RWA, I'm ready, willing, able to execute. Make sure you get an email, make sure you get a copy of that email. Make sure you check the domain address of that email. So if an issuer says, hey, Mr. Customer, I'm gonna issue you a SAM letter of credit from HSBC, the email address you should receive is hsbc.com, not .vietnam, not anything else like that. If you're working with a real legitimate monetizer, the real legitimate monetizer would have enough relationships with all the major global trade accounts to have somebody reach out and say, did this banker send this email to verify if this is real or not? Unfortunately, the SBLC market is full of fraud. That's true. And even email verifications are things like professional fraud artists can duplicate or mirror a false email. So typically what you need a monetizer to do, if you need a monetizer or you yourself, somebody needs to reach out to the banking officer of the issuer and verify if that email was genuinely sent or not through a telephone conversation. That's when you know if the issuer is real like that. If the issuer cannot give you an email from a banker that they have that they're RWA ready, willing, able to execute, more likely the issuer is not real. In many cases, the issuer pretends to be the issuer, and really what they're doing is they're brokering the transaction to somebody else. So that's what they're doing. I hope this information is helpful. If you need support on banking, product, services, unfortunately with the volume of calls that we have, we simply can't take inquiry calls just like that. But I think we get 600 to 700 inquiries a day now. We only accept consultation calls through our website. We don't respond to anything on WhatsApp or things that our competitors respond to. With the volume of inquiries we have, we can only take consultation calls through our website, and you're more than welcome to book a call either with me or any of our senior associates, and we'll be happy to help you. Thank you. Jennifer, thanks so much for your time. Who are you? What do you do in the world? And what benefit did you get from our call?
Well, hello world. I'm Jennifer Franklin. We are real estate investors. It's a team, a partner and I, and we basically invest in real estate deals, buy and hold, fix and flip, new developments. And the call that we've had with Taimour has been extremely informative when it comes to strategies. Even we tapped into a little bit of estate planning, a lot about the DLC program as well as the SBLC. So it allows us to be able to get in better positions so that we can be able to invest more by being basically the bank first. That was something that we definitely learned in this call. It's something that we will definitely take to heart, and hope that everyone else, if you're interested, to give Taimour a call. Let's set up a meeting. That way you can learn just as much as we have.
I'm choosing you because I know you're a very reputable company, and it's I want to go into the 250,000 for the DCL program that you mentioned in your website, and I want to earn like millions of dollars in non-recourse loan, and eventually get into a trading platform. Hopefully, we could have a very fruitful and profitable relationship in the near future.
Chad, thank you so much for your time. Just want to love for you to tell our audience who you are, what you do, and what did you get out of this call?
My name is Chad Warren, and I'm CEO and founder of Zen Moose Capital. We are a social impact fund, and we invest in transformational and disruptive business models that are focused on making high profit and high impact that makes a difference on the planet. So far, it's like I really have appreciation and respect for the fact that you have the resources to do the research on different platforms. I think that is an incredibly valuable service, and I can't believe I didn't think about it before. And also, your experience in the industry, and all the bumps that you've been through, and the lessons that I can learn, and the resources that you have to combine, I think would mesh quite well with what we want to accomplish in the world. So I think I got a sense, and I would love to get to know you even better. Getting a sense of some of your background and your abilities to really increase, capital and make it work for us in a way that's circulatory and not just accumulatory.
For sure. Thank you so much. Hi friends, and I'm going to take a minute and answer some of your frequently asked questions. The first question, I guess, Taimour, we love a lot of the content you're producing. We're certainly learning a lot. Is there a way that we can work a little bit closer with your organization and learn a little bit more? So the answer to that is we have 4 ways where you can work a little bit closer with us. The first easier way is buy a copy of our book, Hypergrowth, How to Connect to Customers in New Ways. The second way is that if you're working on a project that requires project financing and you're looking for a consultation around that, strategies from a proven provider, you can book a consultation call. The third one is if you want to join one of our mastermind groups, our brokers go through a mastermind group with our directors of partnerships. or I run a mastermind group on how to become a bank first. And finally, one of my favorite programs is offering trusted advisory services. Primarily these are for businesses that don't have a CFO, or their CFO doesn't have real international banking relationships. They're looking for experts like us to be parachuted for about 6 months, 4 months to look at their assets, look at their strategy, bring in some bank relationships, some product services that could exponentially increase the profitability and the growth of the company. And you can access all of that through the trusted advisory services. If you're interested in things like that, feel free to book a consultation call with me, and I'm happy to help you. The next one is, Taimour, you're passionate about a mastermind group on why to become a bank first. Why is that so important? Imagine you run a coffee shop and I run a coffee shop. Imagine you buy your coffee beans and your supplies from the same vendor that I buy it from. And imagine my coffee shop is right across your coffee shop, so differentiation is like really pretty much null for that. If you drank the Kool-Aid called learn how to become a bank first before you become a coffee shop owner, being a real estate developer, being a venture capitalist, whatever you do for a living, if you drank the Kool-Aid of becoming a bank first, you will not have issues and the challenges traditional businesses have. Allow me to give you an example. You made $500,000 net profit in your coffee shop business. I made $500,000 net profit in my business. But you drank the Kool-Aid on how to become a bank first. You take your $500,000, you walk into places like Cayman Islands that allows foreigners like you and I to open bank licenses, not bank accounts, not corporate accounts, but you open up bank licenses. Well, in places like Cayman Islands, you and I can deposit money in our bank accounts, because necessarily in our bank accounts, if you own a bank license, you have to deposit money in the Central Bank of Cayman Islands, and the central bank gives your bank a line of credit at 10 times multiples, which means your 500K now turns into $5 million. You take your $5 million and I don't know where you live, in Europe, in Australia, wherever you live in, you go to your bank, your local bank, and you say, hey, I want to grow my coffee business. I need capital for growing it, or I want to buy an auxiliary business, or I want to invest in a new business, or I want to invest in real estate. Here's my business plan. And you know, when you want to buy real estate, you put 20% down and the bank gives you a loan for 80%. So guess what you do with your $5 million? You put it down, your $5 million as your deposit, and you get your bank to give you a loan for 80% of the project you're looking for with a $5 million deposit. What that means is that now you get a line of credit for $20 million. So I made $500,000, you made $500,000, and you turn into $20 million. Can you outperform me in advertising? Can you maybe go to the supplier and say, hey, I want to buy bulk coffee beans or whatever the deal is. Give me a discount that you can't give to Taimour because I'm going to be buying it in bulk, and then outwin me on pricing. Can you, even at $20 million, even this side business, like invest in real estate or something like that? The unfortunate event of coronavirus happens, and a lot of these businesses just die. You can outlast that. When the unfortunate Russian invasion of Ukraine happens and inflation goes up and all these turmoils that happen, you can outlast that all day long, because you drank a Kool-Aid called learn how to become a bank first. And that's why I'm very passionate about teaching this. You're not working with amateurs, you're working with experienced professionals who know what they're doing. Next question, I guess, Taimour, you charge a fee for consultation. That's correct, we do. Why do you guys charge a fee for consultation? There's two answers for that. The first answer is that I provide about 40% of my content completely for free on YouTube. That some of the videos attracts millions of viewers, and that leads to about 600 calls a day to us. And a lot of them are junk transactions. It's joker brokers who are shopping around. Is somebody who doesn't have a real transaction. They're tire kickers that are. By charging a consultation fee, we cut all of that out and we talk to people who are serious about doing the business with us. The caliber of people we meet are significantly more when we charge a fee compared to when we don't charge a fee. Second reason why I charge a consultation fee is that a lot of times our clients are looking for, hey, if I participate in this program, or whatever it is that I'm doing, what are the returns I can get? Well, if you were going to be a joker broker and start providing returns, that's called solicitation. However, if we're charging a fee, the client is legally hiring us, retaining us, and so when you're hiring us as consultants, retaining us as consultants for a very small nominal fee, now we are not soliciting anything. Now comes the best part of the whole thing. We actually refund 100% of the fee to the client at the time of a transaction complete. So we refund 100% of the money when the transaction completes. So this way I wouldn't say there's no cost for the call, but I just want to make sure I'm talking to a qualified individual that's ready, willing, and able to do a transaction versus tire kickers. Next question I get is, who's your ideal client and who's not? Our ideal clients are businesses that have cash, that have to have some kind of liquid cash, and or assets like letters of credit, real estate, like that. They're looking for large amount of capital that banks are offering primarily to their Fortune 30, Fortune 50 clients. Like that. You're leveraging us because of a volume of transactions we do with banks, our experience, our expertise, our ability to execute, and this new amount of capital allows our clients to get funding that allows them to buy a business, buy a new business, buy an existing business, expand your business, get the project funding you need for project expansion, like that. That's the market we are interested in serving, businesses that have some kind of liquid capital and or assets and they're ready to start a transaction. Next question I get, and this was an odd one. Why is there no defamation or lawsuits against your organization? So knock on wood, as a date of this video, there's no defamation or lawsuits against my organization. Awesome, yeah. There's two answers why there isn't any. The corporate answer is because we operate with a high level of integrity. Everything we do is to law firms, on paper, like things like that. That's the corporate answer. The truthful answer is my vision as a CEO hasn't been bold enough, big enough for me to knock some trees down for this to happen. So here's some facts. If you look at the big brand names in your household, whichever car you drive, a Honda, a Toyota, a Mercedes, or whatever medicines you have, Tylenol, whoever your fridge manufacturer is, whether you use Google, Facebook, look at the big brands of things you consume in your household. Look at the income statement of these big brands. You will notice every one of them, whether it's the car you drive, the medicine you're consuming, the internet, Google, Facebook, or look at their income statements and you'll notice that litigation is part of their income statement. Fact is that a lot of organizations at some point in your growth, in your maturity of your business, litigation unfortunately is part of it. And when it comes to us, we're ready, willing, and able. But the fact that we don't have it, my truthful answer, not my corporate answer, is because my vision as the CEO hasn't been bold, big enough for me to try to disrupt the world kind of thing. My last question is, we are interested in learning about participating in small cap or alternative to small cap private placement programs. Why would people choose your organization versus alternative options? I would think because we use attorneys, securities attorneys, international attorneys. I think that's probably a big one because I'm in a private placement program, have been in a private placement program. I've done buy and sells myself successfully. So I would say the why choose us is experience, expertise, ability to execute. We're not providing providers that have a Gmail, Hotmail, email address like that. We're working with some of the best attorneys out there in having the attorney manage the client's funds or having the attorney actually run a private business program or the attorney representing the clients with platforms we vetted, like things like that. My name is Taimour Zaman. Before I let you go, I just want to say on behalf of my associates, my team, myself, I'm really grateful for the time you invest in watching our YouTube videos, and I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. Your time and attention are yours to keep, and the fact that you watch our YouTube videos and give us some of your time, I just want to say I'm truly grateful for it. Thank you so much. I look forward to the opportunity of meeting you, and hopefully for the opportunity of also helping out on a project. Thank you.